Welcome, Multnomah County Medical Reserve Corps volunteers. You are here to fulfill our requirement that you receive HIPAA training at least every 12 months in order to volunteer with the MRC. This requirement will be fulfilled once you've taken both this basic course and the advanced course. Let's get started. Multnomah County is committed to protecting the privacy and security of personal information. Privacy means different things to different people, but is necessary for the delivery of high-quality services. We want the community to trust us with their information, and we, in turn, promise to protect the information we receive. This training will provide you with a foundation for protecting the privacy and security of the information entrusted to you. We will address the following questions in this training. What is HIPAA-protected information? What rules apply to me? How do I protect personal information? And what do I do if personal information has been compromised? HIPAA stands for Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act and includes rules that govern protected health information through administrative, physical, and technical safeguards. Protected health information, or PHI, is any information which relates to an individual's physical or mental health. The term PHI can be misleading. It's not just medical records or documents that describe someone's health condition or treatment. It's also anything that identifies an individual or could be used to identify that individual. Like an individual's name, date of birth, address, or social security number. PHI can be found in any format, written or oral, paper or electronic. HIPAA applies to covered entities. Multnomah County is considered a hybrid covered entity because it has at least one department that is covered by HIPAA and others that are not. For example, the health department provides treatment to individuals and is covered under HIPAA. The county also collects property taxes, which is not covered by HIPAA. That means that HIPAA applies to parts of the county, but not all of it. As a hybrid covered entity, Multnomah County has covered components, which include departments that must directly comply with HIPAA. These include the Health Department and some parts of Human Services and the Department of Community Justice. Other departments provide support to covered departments like the County Attorney, the Department of County Management, and the Department of County Assets. As an MRC volunteer, you will most likely be working with the Health Department or Human Services. But even if you're not, it's important to know when HIPAA applies and when it does not. Multnomah County has a team of experts working together concerning the county's privacy and security obligations. The county has a privacy officer and a security officer, and many departments, including the health department, have a designated privacy manager or coordinator to provide additional support. Now that you know the type of information that requires protection, let's talk about how you can help to maintain the privacy and security of that information. You must always verify the identity and authority of the person you are communicating with. Who are you talking to? Is that person authorized to receive the information they are requesting? Always dispose of PHI in locked shred bins, and never in the trash or recycle bins. Make sure you know where a shred bin is when you are volunteering with us. Lock PHI in file cabinets or other secure storage in your work area. Tidy up your workstation to ensure that PHI is not visible to others. If you receive an access badge, do not share it with others. When sending a fax, do not include PHI on the cover sheet. Always double-check the fax number before hitting send. In addition to how and to whom information is disclosed, HIPAA also governs how information is stored and how it's accessed. Protected health information stored in an electronic format is referred to as ePHI. ePHI can easily be shared or copied. You must follow additional security safeguards to maintain the privacy and security of ePHI. When using a county workstation, remember to always lock your workstation when you step away, even for a minute. Use a hard-to-guess password and never share your password with others. Your account should only be used by you. When using email, do not click on links in an unsolicited email. And it is never permissible to email ePHI to your non-county email account or any non-county email account of any other Multnomah County employee or volunteer. If your role requires you to email PHI outside of the county, you will need to use secure email. Your manager or supervisor can register you for secure email. Never put PHI in the subject line of an email, including an individual's name. Subject lines are never secured. When using a mobile device such as a laptop or a cell phone, use only county-owned devices if you are handling ePHI. When saving ePHI, save only to county-managed network drives and remove any information already stored on a local drive as soon as possible. If you use a USB drive or a CD to transport ePHI, use encryption and securely destroy copies of the ePHI when finished. Don't just toss technology out. Use the county's IT e-waste recycling process, and it's important that you never use a Multnomah County system to gain access to PHI for your personal use or curiosity. If the information is not available to the general public, then you cannot access it for personal use. Let's think about this with a real example. Tony has access to client information through a Multnomah County system that is not available to the public. He's concerned about his neighbor who has recently received services from the health department. May he look up his neighbor in the system? The answer is no. Such use is not permissible under HIPAA. Never use a county system for your personal use. You must observe all county rules and policies. We have county personnel rules for more detailed information. Be sure to check the policies and procedures within your department for any additional information and guidance. Let's talk about what you should do if health information has been compromised. Multnomah County could face both civil and criminal penalties for violating HIPAA and could receive substantial fines. Although loss of trust may be even more damaging to the county, as a volunteer you could also be held personally responsible for violations. It's important that you immediately report any known or suspected privacy or security incident to the county privacy officer, security officer, or your department's privacy manager or coordinator. Simply email privacy@multco.us. You are not required to investigate the incident, just report what you know. Timing is critical. Report immediately. The sooner a potential incident is reported, the sooner it can be addressed. When we know that something has occurred, we can attempt to fix it and take steps to reduce the likelihood that it will reoccur. Any employee or volunteer that makes a report in good faith will not be retaliated against for making their report. On the other hand, failure to make a report could be subject to disciplinary action. Let's go through some examples of when you should make a report. I just accidentally faxed a client's record to the wrong number and then realized my mistake. I just changed volunteer jobs and I still have access to county systems that I no longer need. One of my clients contacted me. She is upset that someone in the waiting room might have overheard her diagnosis. I was traveling between county buildings and left a folder containing client information on the bus. I called TriMet to see if anyone has found it, but I also need to report the incident. I work with a third party that handles PHI on the county's behalf. This vendor just notified me that there has been a security incident and some of the county's client information might have been disclosed. I work at the library and I received an email containing personal information that was intended for a health department employee who has the same name as I do. These were all examples of when you are required to make a report. There are many others. Let's think through some questions to see if you understand how HIPAA works. Can Multnomah County and its employees or volunteers be subject to monetary penalties for violations of HIPAA? True or false? The answer is true. The county can be fined significant amounts and fines can extend into the millions of dollars. If you know of or suspect a privacy incident, breach, or complaint, should you A. keep it a secret, B. contact the county privacy officer, security officer, or your department privacy manager or coordinator, or C. research the issue and first determine whether it is a HIPAA violation before telling anyone? The answer is B. Contact the county privacy officer, security officer, or your department privacy manager or coordinator. You can email privacy@multco.us. So what's next? If you have any questions about HIPAA at Multnomah County, talk to your MRC unit coordinator. We will put you in touch with our county privacy officer. Thank you for completing this privacy and security training on HIPAA at Multnomah County. Please complete the form link on the MRC website to receive credit for this course.